Flames Talk is back again, and I am very excited because it's been a while. We've been here, but finally we are back to do what we know how to do best. I have an amazing guest. My guest needs no introduction. He's someone that we all know him, and he's here on Flames Talk. We know how you started from BBNaija season 2, and it was awesome because a lot of people were rooting for you then. I was rooting for you then. So how's it been since then?
Well, it's been very, how do you say, new. It's been very challenging. I don't think there's any new chapter that anybody gets involved with or get introduced to that should be as easy as you think that maybe you can take that challenge. It's been pretty rough, but it's been all right. You know, each time I see a challenge that is new, I feel like I can't control it. Then for me, that's an opportunity for me to learn from it and then see how I can overcome it.
Did you envisage that what happened, what transpired after the show was how it's going to be? Or were you taken by surprise?
For fame, I already knew where and how it's going to go. Now, it's the perception of the people who's going to receive you that is something that you can't control. Like you and every other person who had said that we've been rooting for you while you were in the house and all of that. It's not been that easy because they say in an old proverb, show me your friends, I'll tell you who you are. So whatever foot you put forward, it's the perception that people embrace and feel like this is the kind of person this guy is. Unfortunately, people fail to understand that, you can't put a certain kind of situation in front of someone every single day and not expect someone to fall for it. In my perception or in my situation, in my situation, for the TV show, it was content for them. And when it looked like it was going to go in another direction, they looked for a way to bring it back because they were selling. So for them, they were marketing a show, and the percentage of audience that were very connected to the show at that time wanted to see something. So the show had to provide that. And the only way to provide that was to manipulate it to stay in that direction. I'm human. I've got blood, I have feelings. So you keep putting someone in front of me, I will definitely feel something at some point. I'm not going to say there was a fault from my other housemate, but I'm going to say that even if you put me again in that same situation, I'll fall 3 times more than I did the first time.
How did you handle the fame when you first got out and at this point that you are now? Because a lot of people want to say, I want to go into this show, but when they go there, they don't know what to do.
Now that there's a new audition out, so everybody kind of remembers now that Big Brother is coming up. And we tend to follow with whatever trend is going on at a particular time. I never went into the show because I wanted to hold on to fame. I wanted to change the perception. And there was a situation that happened to me when I was working with a certain person. And we came up, when I say we, myself and my friend Frank Conway, his name is Frank Conway, we came up with an idea, and they took that idea from us. They made that presentation and they owned it. And they came back and they paid us as dancers. They never paid us for the ideas that we brought. I got fed up. I said, no, I don't want to be doing this anymore. And that was the thing I wanted to change, because when I did it then, I was paid 5,000 naira for an idea that was worth almost 100 million naira.
Wow.
That was the reason, exactly. So that was the reason why I went to the show. I said, look, I need people to see me. I think it was in the 6th week when I left that I said, hey, I'm on. People are saying, I don't wish finally. I feel with this month. As soon as I thought like that, I lost. That's the week I left. If I'd won the money, then yes, but I didn't. But it gave me a level of fame where I walk into a place that people get to recognize me and ask me what I'm doing, give me personal contacts, and that was where I'm going to. Like today, I sat down and I told myself that let's talk about brands. What exactly do they really want? Do they really care about us who are the consumers? They don't. To be honest, they don't. They just want to market what they want to market at the time. They want to market. They want to look for the people who've got followers or people listen to, and they will move on to the next after they are done with you. So fame has been what it is. I don't regret it, but people are what they are these days, and I come to embrace them the way they come.
Has there been any moments where you said, did I do the right thing? Have you asked yourself that question at any point in time? Like, did I do the right thing?
So I've never asked myself, did I do the right thing? Come on, I tried this show for 12 years. I did it back to back for 12 years. So I really wanted to get into the show, and I got in the 12th year. So I already started auditioning for Africa, not even Nigeria.
Not even Nigeria, wow.
So I got into Nigeria. And even the year I got in, I wasn't even prepared. So it comes to tell me that it's all about time and chance. At the time that I thought that I was in my prime, I was ready, the world gets to see me, that wasn't my time. And when I was working with Joke Silva and Olu Jacob. We were doing a project, and I was in that project for like 6 months. Myself and Bassi in my own set in Big Brother, we were on the same project, The only reason why I went to the audition, when you work for like a long scale and then you forget time, and it's just the job that you are going for because you are looking for daily bread. I went to the job the week the audition was happening, and they gave us a week off. I forgot. I didn't even know I was supposed to go to the place to work. While every other person went on a holiday, I resumed. So it was somebody there that said, what are you doing here? I'm like, I can't work now. Like, they don't give us 1 week off. What are you doing here? I'm like, but if I go out now, I don't come up for hours. If I go out, nobody there else. So now I just stay here. She now said, you can as well just go for Big Brother audition. It's happening this week. That's how I went for the audition. So I wasn't even mentally prepared. I just went and, So at the time that I thought that I was ready, then it didn't work for me. When I wasn't, it worked. So it's all about time and chance. And that's what just happened.
The new auditions are already on the way, and people are going for it. And some don't even know what they want to do there, but they just want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
So now you got into the show, you've lived that life. What would you tell someone that is aspiring to get there? What do they need to be doing differently for them to get into the show this time?
Don't do anything different. So I've told, because recently now I'm getting a lot of people sending me messages, like some big shots, I won't mention their names, who probably have some girlfriends or some brothers that want to go in for the show, because for them,
they want you to connect them.
Every show. Yes. So they keep telling me, you go know some. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know anybody. Recently, I've been getting people sending me messages. What do you think the show wants? Any advice for me? I'm like, I'm not a psychic. I don't know what they want. They might decide that they want people with tattoos this year. See, the show is as big as that. The show is not looking for any special talent. The show is just looking for you to get in there. If I put you in a situation, you will react. You are not a robot. And whatever reaction you give, we have in Nigeria over 200 million people who will be connected. That's just in Nigeria alone, not the world though, but who will be connected to watching the show. At least, if it's too bad, 10% of that 200 million will like you, will like everything you do. Whether it is bad for the remaining 90%. That in marketing for a show business like that, it's a whole lot of views. So they're looking for you. They're looking for how you will react and But unfortunately, we come from a place where if a lady disrespects me, I am supposed to follow the rules of the world to say I'm not going to slap them. I'm not trying to, how do you say, advocate for violence or advocate that you have to beat a lady. I'm just saying that you don't push someone. No, you don't know what this guy or girl has gone through, and you now decide to push her buttons. They're going to react. For the people who is doing the showbiz, that is business. That's money. They don't care. But the Nigerians will say, how would that guy talk to that girl like that? So disrespectful, vote him out. And that's the kind of stigma that this show gives to people. But you have to be ready mentally if you want to go in for a show like that. You don't go into the show because you want to be a fine boy or a fine girl. You must definitely have something to offer. Even if you think you have the views. Yes, unfortunately, numbers that works these days. You're not productive, you don't have viewership, you don't have followership, you don't have the things that brands are, because these days you're going for that show, you need brands to, it's brands people the contestants are going for. Whereas the real self is not being given the credibility that it's supposed to be given. So how they manipulate here in Nigeria is different. I was telling someone one time that rate me if I'd went for Big Brother Africa. The same man would have supported you all the way. And I'm like, that's the thing. Because we go say, we don't want to make our Naija boy fall our hand. Come on. We don't feel like anybody disrespect us. If you get come, she come now. Naija must always represent. That's you representing the country. Anybody who wants to go into the show, just be you. Be your normal self. If you've got a lot of humor, you don't have to force it. It will present itself. You will catch a joke in between a sentence. They will know the IQ of this person will be very intellectual. But unfortunately, they can't take all intellectual people. They have to take a dumb person. They have to take a fine girl, fine boy. They have to take an elderly person. They have to take someone with too many tattoos. They have to take someone with different characters to make a show. You can't bring the same set of people in a show. It will be boring. So for them, they really don't care about the candidates. They just care about how they can sell the product at the time they can sell it. If the people like the guy who's the bad boy that sleeps with all the girls in the house in maybe this year, it's all well and good. But if they don't like the guy, it's the masses that speaks. And it is the vote that even makes the sentence. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyone who wants to go into the show, look, I wish them luck of respect, but they shouldn't expect anybody to come up with some kind of journal or past questions for you to answer. Unfortunately, the show, I can tell you for free, and maybe you can put this part, the show will never bring someone who resembles a last person. It has to be new and fresh all the time. It is us that will now decide that we cannot compare. This guy and this guy, they've been get almost alike, but they're not the same. Almost is as good as what the show wants. So just be you, go. If it's your time, it's your time. If it isn't, but if it's your time and you're interested, Tony will definitely vote for you. That's all I say.
Okay, you went to the show, you came out. How does it become monetized at some point? Like, were you paid when leaving the show? Or did you have to start sourcing for jobs? How did the money start coming?
Oh, yeah. So like
for those that didn't win. For those that didn't win.
Okay, so for those that didn't win, like I said, I've always loved the show where winner takes all. So winner takes all. Obviously, the last set of people who gets to the final, they will definitely have brands that will come and say, now they are now wise to say, don't follow the winner. Let's follow the first runner up, second runner up, and see how, because to be honest, every one of us, including myself, we are hungry people. Here we're all about views and hoping that brands get to and see that I got 200 and something or 600 or 500 and people viewing me. So we even boost our pages. I don't boost my page anyway, but I know of a lot of people that after they post anything, they still boost their page so that they get maybe 2 or 3 times, likes or views that will come on a normal day. This will definitely attract brands to come to you, to be like, yo, what's going on? This guy seems to be on the radar. But apparently, say if you want your better soup, you must put better money, But monetizing can come in different form, but we seem to be channeling it in one different character, but in one different direction rather. And once we get it, we don't bother boosting anymore because we know that these brands are coming.
And reality TV shows an easy part to start on. It's the automatic ticket to fame. Like you're going to become popular. Because people will say, okay, I want to just go there and show my face. Even if I show my face for 1 week or 2 weeks and I get evicted, I will definitely be popular. That's true. That is a true statement. Is there an easy straight ticket?
Okay, for oh yes, these days reality TV shows are straight tickets to stardom. Like I said, I didn't do it because I wanted to be famous. I did it because I want to improve my work. I wanted to make people hear me. And that's what I'm getting now, Unfortunately, we live in a world now where things have changed and it's changed rapidly, So for them, they just want to be famous. They're tired of whatever level that they are or whatever situation they find themselves. So they just want to be famous. They don't want people to see them. They want to actually talk and chill with the big boys. They want to jaye. Put a Buka, for example. At the time he did Big Brother, how many people remembered him? But he was consistent being a presenter on his own show. Took him a time, chance, and consistency. And when they needed to do a Nigerian show, they called him. But when they wanted a presenter for Africa, they called Ike. Because Ike is of international standard. And Ike has been doing these things for like, I don't know, years. Most people don't think and take off, come off for the country. Now go check. The housemate don't run. There'll be just one, maybe they don't feel, but they don't want to go. I know some other reality shows where they are now taxi drivers. I'm not saying it's a bad job, but that guy can boast of $10,000 in a month. In this Nigeria of today, who can boast of that of even $5,000? What are we talking about? Someone's looking for a way to sustain himself, and you are telling me of something else. So now people are thinking of, I don't care of even just being on the show. I can be the one evicted in the first week. And whatever money is able or she's able to gather that week, they're gone. They leave because they don't want a better life for themselves or for whatever situation and try and look for a way around it. So yes, reality shows can give you fame that you're looking for. It's an easy way to fame. Very easy.